Welcome to the Gyms Podcast. I'm your host, Joel Kleber, and this podcast is designed to share stories of our franchisees, franchisors, Jim himself, and other members of the Gyms family that we think you might find interesting. If you are researching our brand, we've got a previous back catalogue. There's so many great episodes that you can find online. And if you do like what you hear, please make sure you leave us a thumbs up on YouTube if you're watching, or online as well. We really do appreciate the support. Without further ado, here's today's episode.
We're joined today by Liam Scarrott from Gyms Cleaning Waikiki, and we actually caught up a long time ago when you just started. I think we did an interview, so it's good to be able to catch up again and follow up with how you're going. Since 2020, I think you started. I think was it?
It was, yes.
Yeah, 2020. So you're one of our gyms, the group, core vouchers as well. So it's a silver membership. I think it's worth like $600 or $700, and you basically get 2 free nights at any core hotel. I think it's like 50% of your dining bill at various restaurants and discounts and drinks and all that sort of stuff. So it's a good thing to have from us, and it's on behalf of the Gyms Group that we present you that for you. Good customer service as well. I had a look at your record and before coming on here, and perfect 5-star rating. You got great reviews from customers, and I presume because your reviews are low, I mean you don't take many leads anymore, so you've got a lot of regular customers with you that are staying for a long time, which is great to hear.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, no, I did turn off leads for quite some time, but recently, now that there's 8 of us doing jobs, 8 of us, yeah.
You're 8 now, yep.
Yep, so it's huge growth since 2020. I've turned on a lot of leads just to try and, make sure we've all got close to full-time hours. So it's, and probably by the end of this year, probably have to hire somebody else. So yeah, it's gone really good.
That's great. So 8 people. So how have you, you had that plan, I think, when we originally started, you wanted to grow the business and things like that. So it's great to hear how you got 8. Are they all full-time staff with you now, or?
No, most of them are part-time, but we usually boost them up to, they average about 30 hours a week. A couple of them do between 10 and 20 hours a week as well. So, but yeah, the main 3, which is Courtney, Tyra, and Mallory, they do 30 plus hours a week. So yeah, no, it's gone really good, and we're all enjoying it.
And how have you managed to find employees? It's a big problem for many gyms franchisees and just for business owners in general. So do you want to run through how you've been able to find your employees and how do you keep them?
I'd say 70% of it's pretty easy because it's family.
Okay.
But Tyra's been with me since 2020 as well, and she's been very loyal and reliable the whole time, and understanding that we were building a business and she wanted to be part of that. Friends of the family have also come across to help out and do their bit. But when we do hire people outside of the family and family friends, we make sure that, we go as like Dome to have a coffee and just sit down. It's not a major sort of interview. It's just, seeing if they gel with the team and seeing what they want to do with the team. And just if they're happy to be part of it and understand what we're trying to build as a business, I guess. So, yeah.
Yeah, what do you tell them? Like, what are you trying to build in regards to your business? Is it something where you've got a deliberate plan and you just keep wanting to get bigger? Or what do you tell these people who come on board with you, or how they join your business?
Well, I explain to them we clean for our clients, which is great, but it's not just about cleaning houses. It's about mental health for our clients, because, if you walk in after a long week of work and, your house is clean, it takes that relief off the family, because then they can spend that time with their friends and family without having to think of cleaning their homes. And also we've got other goals as well that we're trying to build in the new financial year, that we put funds aside from each vacate to do free cleans for deserving people in the community that aren't even our regular clients, just people that are in need. So we're trying to build a business based off helping the community. And I guess if that strikes people's, heartstrings that want to work for us, then they're in it for the right reasons. So, and that's what we look for, people that are excited to be part of a business structure that is, evolves around the community.
That's great to hear. And how do you maintain quality in your business with having employees? Because that can be a struggle for people as well. So how have you been able to maintain such great quality, and you haven't got one complaint? So that's an amazing achievement. So how have you been able to maintain that, especially in cleaning? We're cleaning customers, it's in their home. They might be a bit more pickier than other divisions in the Gyms Group. So how have you been able to maintain that perfect record?
Well, when they first, join our team, there's one-on-one training for the first few weeks. So I'm always, whatever jobs they're at, I'm always with them. If I'm not with them, if I can't be with them, then Tyra, who's a team leader, is also quite good. So they got tag along with Tyra. So, and it's not just that, because we work in teams of 2s and 3s, I guess as we're mopping out of a house, we all quickly look over each other's work and have, a cloth on us and make sure if we miss something, then, we quickly just clean it up, or, and let each other know and help each other build and grow. It's about helping each other. And if we help each other, and, more eyes on something is better than the one pair. So yeah, we just help each other out. So, yeah.
And how have you been enjoying the business growth so far in that whole process with what you've been doing?
And look, it's not always easy. The first year was initially trying to find the right people for the business is difficult, but once you find them, it's exciting, because you can start going, yep, we're working towards a goal, and I can feel it happening. So you just keep working towards it, and you do always have roadblocks, but you just keep fighting through them and working around it.
And what's been some of the most surprising things maybe you've learned from going through your journey so far? Has there been anything surprising you in your own business, or like in regards to maybe, let's say, level of work, or just how much you're enjoying it, or what's been surprising to you in the journey so far?
I get excited by how good the team is. Like, I try to be humble about it, but when we do a vacate, for example, I'm the last person to leave a vacate, and it just blows my mind that it doesn't matter how bad the house is. When I'm walking through and mopping back out, the difference in the house, it blows my mind of how good a team and the quality that my team do.
That's fantastic to hear. Now let's talk about the products you use in your business. So maybe just outline for customers, what types of products are you using in the homes when you do your jobs?
So we use fit for purpose products. So the bathroom cleaner from gyms and the kitchen cleaner are multi-purpose. We also use a product called Halo, which is very hard to get sometimes. It's like liquid gold. So basically the Halo, probably I think it's the best window cleaner on the market, like Windex, for example. But we polish after we clean everything, we polish everything. So everything gets double cleaned. Yeah, that just makes it really good. But because it's fit for purpose, the products that we use, it's great for our clients as well and their pets, so they don't get affected by it. So yeah, using the gym's product is pretty good. And actually that surprises me of how good it helps reduce the mold in showers, for example, with the products from gyms.
I know they're enzyme based, so I think from my knowledge, they keep eating away once you clean, because it's enzyme based and they're all natural and stuff, and you don't get those nasty smells. Like, I remember growing up, the mum might use Domestos or something and it smell like you can smell the chemicals in it, right? Whereas with those sorts of products, I've actually used it myself. You can't smell anything as well, and it's and it works as well, which is even more important. It's pretty good for the environment, from what I know from looking at it.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, 100%.
And with customers, I think being a bit more conscious now as well, what they're putting into their home. I think if you've got kids and you've got pets crawling around on floors and stuff, I think knowing that the products that you use is 100% safe is definitely going to be a good selling benefit compared to maybe other providers moving forward.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
And let's talk about now what's good customer service to you. So maybe just an outline from, let's say, you get a lead, or from when someone requests a quote, or take us through the whole process of what a good cleaning franchisee does and what you do in your business.
So as soon as I get a notification, I'm pretty much on my phone and ringing them straight away, making sure that I'm there and I'm that the team is ready and willing to help them out. So that's the starting point. Is so many times, especially recently, I'll get the notification while the phone's in my hand and I pretty much push dial, and they're like, "Geez, that's quick."
Yeah, that's smart.
And as soon as that happens, I feel like they're already easy to talk to. Like they just open up to me straight away. But it's also about honesty. If you go to the client's house and and try and talk rubbish to them, they're going to pick up on it. So you've always just got to be honest with any approach that you do. So
yeah, well, maybe what's some advice around maybe quoting and stuff? Because I know quoting's a big problem sometimes for franchisees, especially in the early days. And I presume, thinking back to your early days, you might have made from your quoting experience. So maybe what's some advice for maybe other franchisees, or newer ones especially, around quoting, especially in cleaning?
So once you've spoken to the client on the phone and you've set a date and a time to go and quote their homes, stick to it. Be 5 minutes early to what you promised them, and then walk through the house. Let the client show you what they want done, and then you explain through every process. So they'll show you the bathrooms and en suites and kitchen, and you tell them what you're going to be doing as part of our process. I mean, for a regular clean, you can't do everything in the one clean straight up, because it's just going to take too long to do everything. So you just explain to them honestly, look, over the first couple of cleans, we'll still do your general clean, but the first clean, we're going to focus on cobwebs in front of cupboards, and the next clean, we're going to focus on light switches. And you just, like I said, you be open and honest with it and explain that, you're not going to get to everything straight away, but this is our process. And we're going to make sure that once we get on top of your home after the first 2 or 3 cleans, we're going to maintain it for you so you won't have to worry about it. And just make them feel at ease, knowing that, they're paying us to do a quality job. You just make sure that, we're doing that. We're being honest and truthful with them. So,
And what to you, Liam, is the diff? Because there's a lot of, obviously, people, with cleaning especially, and there's a lot of cleaners around. So what's the difference between using a gym's cleaning franchisee, or let's say you in particular in your business, from knowing maybe some other, let's say, independents or non-gyms people? What's the difference in expectations or standards from your perspective?
Look, there are some, in our area, there are some good cleaners from other brands, but there is a lot. When it comes to quality, we don't like to miss things, and we pride ourselves making sure we, get what we can and making sure the job's done. Whereas, for example, a lot of clients recently will send me photos saying, can you help me? I want new cleaners. This is why they'll send me photos of a shower, having streak marks all through the glass, or, the top of a range would not clean, wiped down, or just a simple thing, not even the hard parts of the job. It's just the simple things is what people want to see. And
let's outline some of those. So when you do a clean, for example, I know things will differ depending on what the client asks and stuff, but what to you is a standard thing that people need to do? Like you mentioned about the streaks, obviously, in the shower and range hoods and stuff. So what are some standard things that might seem pretty obvious to you, but might not be to people in regards to expect when they use a cleaning service?
Yeah, I think when I spoke about halo earlier, polishing, I think that's one major part of our process that makes a difference, because anyone can go out and clean a shower or clean a toilet. But when you polish the shower, the mirrors, the toilet with a dry cloth, if you've missed any hairs or dust and you go back over it with the polish, it takes away all that excess that you might have missed when you first cleaned it. So it makes everything sparkle and there's nothing left over. I think that's one of the major things that our clients notice the difference in.
What do they call it in cleaning? I think in training, the wow factor. So what are some of the wow factor things you do for some of your customers? Are there certain customers you do certain things for that might, because you know that that's what they like or that's what they come to expect?
Yeah, based on obviously every home and client is different. But once you've been to their home a few times, you can understand where they might fall behind. For example, if they got kids, their children that day might not listen, and they might leave their toys or clothes on the floor. So we'll go in and we'll tidy it up for them, or might make their beds for them. It's just doing little extra things that might take an extra 5 minutes. That changes the whole aspect of the appreciation when the client walks in from work and goes, oh my goodness, I was meaning to do that this morning, so thank you. So the amount of times that we get messages from clients that have just arrived home from work going, I got home and I couldn't believe this was still my house, because we tidied up for them. It's doing those extra little things that might take you 5 minutes that the clients appreciate.
It's great to hear. Now, from being in business, for 3 years now, what do you like about the gym system? Or what have you liked about being in the business? Is it things like, you can expand and there's no extra fees in terms of expansion, or is it support, or what do you like about the gym system so far?
I just find it, that gym's head office is there, right? But you still feel, and you're in control of your own business, but I just find it easy. So easy to get jobs. If I don't want new jobs coming in, I turn off the jobs. If I want jobs coming in, guaranteed that if I turn it on that day, I'm going to get something. So it's easy, and the fact is I can build the business up as quick or slow as I want. And that's a great thing. I mean, with Sel and the team as well, the franchisors, they're very supportive. If I have any question, then they will. If they don't know the answer, they'll go and check it, and they'll get back to me as soon as they can. So it's everything just makes it easy to just make everything flow.
And looking back on your business so far, is there anything you would have done maybe differently in the earlier days if you had the knowledge you do now, or would you do everything pretty much the same?
probably would have done it the same. Obviously, you learn different things as your business progresses, or you might find out different things. Some things could have been handled a bit better in certain circumstances, but that's what you learn from, is those either mistakes or things you don't understand when you're fresh to something. So, but no, I wouldn't change anything. It's I've been very fortunate and lucky to be in the position I am, and grateful for all of it.
Now, you don't have to say how much you're making, but are you happy with the level of income you're making in your business?
It's taken 3 years, but I purposely grew my business slowly so I could get the right people and train and, get the right clients and doing the proper job first. But now, obviously, after those 3 years, it's now starting to be a lot easier financially, because obviously paying wages and all that is the easiest thing, because that's a direct cost to the business. But now, obviously, with everything in place and we've built that foundation, it's very comfortable.
So what's your plans for the business? Because as you see, you got the foundation now, you've got, you got really good experience. So is it more of a, you want to get to certain employee size or a certain amount of client size, or what's your sort of vision for maybe the next couple of years? What are you planning to do?
Yeah, we want to keep building, but we also want to keep the high quality standard and local, a family run business feel that our clients get, because I think that's a major part of what we do, is people feel like they can talk to us about anything when we're there, so we want to keep that. It's not about getting to a house, rushing through it without doing any quality or standards, so just keep doing what we're doing. And look, I've got a personal goal that I want to get to as a business income level, just to go, yes, I've done that. But it's to me, it's not all about the money. It's about making sure that our clients and the community are looked after.
That's a great approach. Now, in your time, has there been any good customer stories or any client stories that stand out to you in regards to maybe some of those comments you said before? I'm sure you get them all the time, but is there any standout ones to you?
Oh, look, there's quite a lot. We do have this one client who's through NDIS, which is we've got quite a few, but every week that we go there, she's very appreciative of everything we do. And we can tell that she struggles because of her child's disability. And we go in there, we'll always do extra things for her. And every week we get that notification saying, thank you so much. It's made my week so much easier. And so, we get heaps of stories like that. I mean, I could be here talking for hours, but obviously we can't. But that's one that always stands out to me.
That's great. And in regards to someone looking at cleaning or doing maybe what you were doing 3 years ago and looking at it, what would you say to them in regards to maybe questions to ask, or what advice would you give to them?
Always ask the basic questions, obviously, when getting into a business, and make sure that you do have all the information, but just be patient. If you are going to be heading into your own business, then just be patient with it. Trust the process. Make sure you give us the best customer service that you can, and just keep trying to tick off your goals that you want to do.
Now, has the business met your expectations or exceeded them when you first started? When you think back to 2020 when we first spoke, how's it been? Has it lived up to the hype almost, or has it met your expectations?
It's well exceeded as to what I thought. I'm probably when I first started, I think we spoke about a 5-year plan. I've already, year 3, and I've already passed my year 5 expectations. So, it's well exceeded as to what I want to.
That's great. You seem to have a really good 3-part system. You got your community aspect, you've got your family involved, which is great to have that relationships, and also you've got great business in what you're doing with customers. You obviously run a great operation. Yeah, as I said, you haven't had a complaint from what I can see at all, which is remarkable in cleaning, because obviously customers, they can be a bit pickier sometimes, especially in a division like cleaning. So it's a really remarkable achievement what you do.
Thank you very much for that.
No worries. Is there anything else I haven't asked you, or maybe you want to share before I let you go?
No, I guess it's just in regards to the community things.
Let's talk about that actually. Maybe talk about community, and maybe talk about how other franchisees, maybe talk about what you're doing. But obviously you mentioned a bit earlier, but maybe what do you get out of it as a business owner with doing that?
Well, look, it's more about well, we don't really get anything financially or anything like that out of it. It's just there's a lot of bad in this world, and we want to see some light in it. And everyone that works with us, they all share the same passion. For example, like we donate money to our local cricket club, Secret Harbour Dockers Cricket. We've recently done a fundraiser for Lifeline for mental health, suicide prevention. And recently we've also, a client who was through NDIS, again, was struggling, had a year of pain through illnesses and with her daughter's disability. And the final straw was that their dishwasher blew up. So we went and just bought them a dishwasher.
Really?
Yeah. So it's things like that can, we can't change the world, but we can try and make someone's day, and that's what we strive to do.
That's great, Liam, and I'm glad you said that. We're going to clip that up about the oven thing, and hopefully there's not an expectation of customers that they're going to get ovens and stuff, but dishwashers. But that's an amazing story, and please, I encourage you, if you do get those stories, send us photos or tell me a bit about them, so we'd love to share it online. Yeah, it's great because we've got a lot of franchisees who, when I interview, they tell me things exactly like what you've told them. Like, why didn't you tell me before, so we can post it online and give you a bit of a shout out? So please, I know you don't do that for that, but
no.
Please let us know about that sort of stuff, because it's good to encourage that and share what the gyms franchisees do in the community. I know a lot of you guys do things like that. So thanks for letting me know about that. And once again, just want to congratulate you as well for being one of the core membership winners. 2 complimentary nights to stay at any hotel. There's like heaps of them. So it's not only in Australia, overseas as well, up to 50% of your dining bill at over 1,400 restaurants. Percentage of drinks, which is always good. There's a whole bunch of other benefits as well. So silver membership, mate, we'll get that to you. It takes around 5 business days to get the email to create an account. And yeah, two free nights on us for being a star franchisee. So thank you very much for your time again tonight, Liam, and catching up.
No, thank you. And thank you for the gyms team for obviously awarding us with that. It would be nice to have a couple of nights away and a couple of cheeky drinks as well.
We'll make the most of it. Look, you should be able to do a couple of nights away for free. It says 50% of your dining bill, so I'm sure they'll be at the same place. And it's 15% of drinks, so not too bad. You'll get a free drink every couple you buy. So that's the way to go. But great catching up to you. It's really great to see a follow up from when we did in 2020. And you had your 5-year plan, so you're already beating it. Mm-hmm. And you're doing also other things in the community and stuff, like that story about the dishwasher. I know it's not something you go over your way to publicise, but it's great to hear about that thing. And that's just a good example to all of our people who listening and watch and see this clip of what franchisees like yourself and many others do across Australia. I know there's things and we don't get told about it, so it's hard for us to put it online. But it's fantastic to hear that, and I'm really, really happy to hear how well you're doing, and you seem really happy as well, which is a really good thing as well.
Yeah, thank you very much, and it's always good. It makes me even more happier that my fiance is working with us. So
that's great. That's awesome. No worries, Liam. Well, thanks, mate. I'll leave you to it, and have a great night.
Thanks, Joel. You too. See you later.
Thanks, Liam. See you, mate.
Thank you for listening to the episode of the Gyms podcast. If you want to learn more about the Gyms Group, head to gyms.net or call us on 131 546 Australia or 0800 454 654 New Zealand. And if you did like the episode as well, please make sure you leave a review or a comment or a thumbs up or a comment on the video as well. We appreciate your support. And until next episode, we hope you have a great week.